hold on, guys. We got it when you hear the phone ring. Make sure. See, wait, this is Vicky's salon here.
Vicky's.
Hi, Vicky. Hi, my name is John Galt, and I've been reading about the Haitians coming into Charleroi. Do you have a few minutes to discuss it?
Who are you?
My name is John Galt, and I'm calling.
And what are you doing this for?
Well, I'm doing it to kind of verify some of the information that we've been hearing coming out of your town. There's been a lot of fake news that the Haitians are coming in and they're causing problems. So I wanted to just discuss it with you, just a private resident, to give us kind of your point of view on what you're saying.
I'm not a private resident. I have a business.
Well, I want to discuss
Charleroi.
it with you. Yeah, I just want to discuss it with you as a private resident. You don't have to discuss your business or anything like that. But just what has been your experience? Is it even true that there are a lot of Haitians coming into Charleroi?
Oh, yeah. Have you rode through Charleroi?
Not recently. So that's why.
Where are you from, John?
Pittsburgh.
Where are you from?
Pittsburgh. You're right.
Hey, this guy on here wants to know if there's a lot of Haitians in Charleroi. More them than us.
More than them. And so when you say, so how has it affected your living there in Charleroi?
I don't live in Charleroi, so it don't affect my living. I have a business in Charleroi.
Well, how would you say it has affected the people that do live in Charleroi?
Well, they don't live like we live. They do not, have the American culture. So it's a lot different.
Can you give us like some examples of what's a lot different? Like, what have you experienced? And man, that's kind of different than what we have. What you normally expect.
Well, I really don't have anything that I can say that I see myself besides the storefronts and all that. It's starting to look like a World War III country here. I don't know. He's asking me questions about the Haitians here.
Do you have someone else seemingly that wants to talk? Because we really are interested in this. With John Galt, I am the urban landlord. We provide housing, and so this is a topic that really piques our interest here. When you
put you on speaker.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Sure. So when you say it's affecting the people that live in Charleroi, can you give us some examples? We've heard that they cut up. Donald Trump mentioned the other night about some town that they were killing dogs and cats or geese or something like that. And we've had residents from other cities with Haitians call in. Have you seen any of those things like that?
Carrying dead chickens down the sidewalk. They got chickens with their heads cut off. They're carrying them upside down the sidewalk.
Really? Did she say that? She said they were carrying upside down dead chickens up on the sidewalk. Wow. Are they eating these chickens, or are they?
I need to tell you, Charleroi smells like crap, and I don't know.
In a household.
I don't know if it's the sewage, can't handle the 17 people in.
You doing an article?
I don't know. You doing an article?
Well, this is a YouTube channel, so we broadcast to people to kind of clear up some of the myths or disinformation that you hear one thing, then the news tells you another thing, but typically the residents will tell you the straight. So that's why
Are you, John?
I'm sorry?
Are you Haitian?
No, I'm not Haitian. I'm Black American, by the way. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We have about 50 people in the audience. We do have a Haitian on the panel, or part Haitian, I should say. Would you mind answering a few questions from the people in the panel here.
In the town?
No, this is a YouTube channel, so we have about 50 people watching right now. And one of the things that people wanted to ask about is like housing. Where are the Haitians living?
They're living in houses, 17 to 30 of them in a house.
And who's paying the rent, and how? Who's renting to them?
I don't know. Tell us. We all probably are.
People want to know: are you Trump or Kamala right now?
What's that?
Are you Trump? You're in Pennsylvania. It's kind of like a swing state these days. Are you favoring Trump or Kamala?
I don't think that has anything to do with this.
Okay, fair enough. How was your city responded? I was listening to an interview from your mayor, and he was talking about a lot of car crashes in.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I just seen another one today on Facebook. All the time, car crashes, every day.
Now, why do you think they're crashing cars?
Pardon me?
Why do you think they are crashing cars?
Because they don't know how to drive. Plus, they don't know how to read the stop signs and the red lights and all the things. Every day, someone on Facebook is posting that they wrecked into them.
Now, what Facebook group do you follow?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Charleroi Ramp.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time. Hey, ma'am, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. And do they have driver's licenses, or are they just getting cars and driving?
What's that?
Do they have driver's licenses, or are they just driving without a license?
License or not. I don't know how they got them. Here, this lady wants to speak to you.
Sure. Okay.
So, for my understanding from somebody who spoke with representatives at the DMV, all the Haitians had to do was walk in and say, I can drive, and they are issued a license. They are not given any sort of test that we have to typically take. They're not given any, driving test or written test or anything like that to actually verify that they follow the rules that we're supposed to be doing. They're just given a license if they say, I can drive.
And what do you think about that? Have you seen the resulting car crashes in your town?
I have. Actually, I almost got sideswiped last week because somebody was in a left turn lane and went straight when I was going straight through the town. And there's a lot of one-way streets here that are only for one car at a time.
Now, there's someone saying she watched them yesterday morning do what?
To watch them run the red light right here. They use the red lights as though they're stop signs. They don't actually stop and wait for the lights to turn green.
I heard your mayor talking about getting Creole signs that maybe that would help them navigate the road better if the signs were in Creole. What do you think about that? You think that would help?
I think it would help if they were made to take the same test that we are when we're supposed to drive.
Now, can any resident go and get the same type of driver's license without a test, or this is specifically for Haitians?
There's a test that everybody has to take. When you started driving, you would have taken the test. I had to take it when I got my license and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They should be required to do the same thing to verify that they can, in fact, follow the same road rules.
Well, I'm asking now, if a Charleroi resident wants to get a driver's license, can he follow the same route that the Haitians and not have to take a test and just say, hey, I can drive? Or does he have to go about it the normal way?
They would have to go take a test.
But the Haitians are being given exemptions. Is that right?
Correct.
Wow, that is pretty amazing. How does that make you feel as a resident that they are allowing people to just drive all over the streets while they would punish you if you drove without a license? Or I'm assuming that they don't have insurance if these are very poor people. Is that correct?
I don't know how all of that's working.
Well,
I don't know how that's so.
Now, I hear that there is a lot of that they're getting, big food stamp allotments. Are you aware of that at all?
For the food stamps and stuff, all they have to do is walk in and say that they need them. Again, they are not being run through the same processes that regular Americans are being gone through.
And how does that make you feel? You're living in America and they're just giving out everything to some people that, don't even belong here. And while regular Americans can't get anything or can't get that easy.
I understand helping them. If people need help, I understand helping them.
Mm-hmm.
However, they need to be treated the same way that the rest of us are.
So you're kind of okay with them coming to your town, but just not giving them a disproportionate benefits. Is that right?
If they're going to be here, they need to be treated like the rest of us.
Do you think they should
As simple as that.
Do you think they should bring more Haitians to your town?
I don't know if we can fit too many more.
Now I see that
a lot of our schools are being, we're packed to the max at the schools right now. Some of the kids are struggling because the teacher can't give them the attention they need because they're too busy trying to translate and make sure the Haitians understand because they don't speak the language. So that's causing a conflict. And, they have specific stores that they are shut at white people or, whoever else are not allowed to shop at.
Wait a minute. Can you say that again? Can you say that again? You said they have stores that white people are not allowed to shop?
Correct.
In Charleroi?
Yes.
And so
there are stores that if you walk in and you are not of color, they will not serve you.
Do you have to be Haitian or do you just have to be of some color?
I believe Haitian because you don't see anybody else walking in there.
What are the names of some of these stores that you've experienced that in?
He wants to know the name of some of the stores. I don't even know, honestly.
So it's kind of like a reverse segregation in a way. Or Jim
That's
Crow.
what it seems like on.
I am a landlord and I often wonder, how would I rent to a group of people that don't even speak a common language? And so it makes me wonder, who in the hell is renting to someone that doesn't speak English?
I don't know because unfortunately, most of the houses that they're renting are crappy. They're not being taken care of properly.
Interesting. Very interesting. Do you have children that are school age or nephews?
I do.
And are your children going to school with these Haitians?
They are.
And can you give us some of the kind of the comings and goings? Are there fights, conflicts over?
In the elementary level, it's honestly not as bad. The biggest struggle is the language barrier.
Okay. So I'm assuming that you're... Go ahead.
High school level, there have been some issues.
Like what?
One issue that there was last year was a 19-year-old boy against a 14-year-old girl on the school bus.
Were these both Haitians or was it like a Haitian on?
Nope. A 19-year-old Haitian boy versus a 14-year-old mixed girl. Her parents are one black, one white.
And what was the reason for this fight? Do you think, let me ask you this question. Do you think that there's a lot of jealousy? These are poor Haitians coming into towns that, you may not be rich, but you're better off than the Haitians.
I don't think it's a jealousy issue. Because I've seen a lot of the kids trying to accommodate. I think it's the language barrier and a lot of, how do I put this without it sounding horrible?
You can sound as horrible as you like here.
I'm not trying to sound.
Well, just give us some honesty, honestly, if you can just be honest.
They don't even have licenses.
Wait, someone said, what type of businesses are they opening up without licenses?
Grocery stores, hair salons, markets.
And they don't have licenses for these businesses?
Shoe stores.
Without license. Now, how do you know that they don't have licenses? I'm not doubting you. I'm just curious to know how you know.
You have to go to school to do hair.
Oh, okay. And they're doing hair.
for a year.
Mm. Wow, that is.
Expected, but
Now, what about the your city government? Go ahead. Sorry,
number of them back.
I couldn't hear the last part. Can you say that one more time?
He didn't hear that last thing you said.
Oh, I just said that they've closed down their salons. Our state has come in and closed them down, and they've just popped back up in another location.
What about the criminal activity? This is a small town. You live in 4,000. Is that right? About 4,000 people.
I don't think there's been a ton of criminal activity. No.
Okay.
The biggest thing I think is the driving is the biggest issue. But yeah, there hasn't been much criminal activity that I'm aware of.
Now, why did they have a 19-year-old in a school? It seems like a grown man. Why was he in school with a 14-year-old on a bus?
From what I understand, anything under a certain age, they have to permit them in. And I think he was only in 10th grade.
He was 19 in the 10th grade?
Yeah.
You know, last night we talked to a lady from Springfield, Ohio. They're facing their own immigrant crisis there from Haitians. And her niece was in a class with a 16-year-old Haitian. 10 years old, 16-year-old Haitian.
Her niece?
10. And the Haitian was 16.
Yeah.
Our editor here says...
So I think for the schooling, they probably test them to see what level they're at. And they place them accordingly.
Okay.
But yes, it does make it hard when it's someone so much older in with smaller children.
What do you think they should do about the school situation where they're having 19-year-old 5th graders, 6th graders?
I think something like that, they need to put the GED program into place.
Someone says
that
that
he is technically an adult and should not be with children.
Someone is saying that there are 19-year-olds being enrolled as freshmen in Charleroi. Does that sound unusual?
Being enrolled in what?
There are 19-year-old kids, or adults in this case, being enrolled in the Charleroi schools as early as freshmen. Freshmen in high school. So they're 19 and they're freshmen. I'm not sure if you're able to hear me there.
Yeah, like I said, it's hard to hear.
Okay, sorry.
We got a lot going on with hair dryers and stuff.
You know, as the election gets closer, do you mind if we check back in with you guys? Just see the status of what's going on in Charleroi. We'll give you a shout out online as well. This is Vicky's hair salon, right?
Yeah, hold on. He wants to know if you'd be okay with him calling you back. Just to kind of check on the things later. Whenever at random. She said she don't care.
Yeah, if she can't talk. How about you, ma'am? Would you like to also be like a guest panelist chiming in from Charleroi?
No, actually, I'm not from here. So, and what YouTube channel is this?
This is The Urban Landlord, and I'm John Galt. You can look us up on YouTube. Please subscribe and share it with some of your friends in and around the area. We've been covering the migrant crisis across the smaller towns as well as the bigger cities here in the States. And so I saw some articles about Charleroi, and I wanted to reach out to some residents to see if we could get the truth of the matter as opposed to the distilled version from the mainstream media.
Gotcha.
Well, I think you've been a gracious guest to answer all of our questions, and we'll definitely keep your number. And we'll send you the link as well. So if you want to call back, so you'll have it. You want to subscribe, or you can call in as well. We're usually streaming 24 hours a day, so you can always catch us live here. Oh, by the way, before I let you go, would you happen to have any, or would your friend happen to have any pictures or videos of the things she's seen with the Haitians in Charleroi?
Personal ones, probably not. But if you look at our the Facebook page, what was that? Charleroi Rambler. You can see stuff posted on there all the time.
Okay, Charleroi Rambler, right? Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. You've been great.